What up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Ramblers with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you for giving my show a try. And if someone recommended you to me, give that person a crisp high five or a virtual high five. If you're not in their vicinity, you know, you can use your Snapchat, your Facebook, your Instagram, or whatever it is that you're going to use to send those things out into the world and like virtually make your hands touch and whatnot. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I thought it was something cool for the 3-year anniversary show. And you can see how awkward I look when I sit here. I don't normally be here with my merchandise on and my hats and everything while I'm recording or whatnot. I usually be here in my shorts and no shirt on, and I don't want you to see this woolly sweater that I got up under this shirt right now. So, but yeah, 3 years, man. I've been doing this show for 3 whole years, and it's just crazy to think because, like, I never thought that, you know, the first time that I picked up the microphone that 3 years would pass and I'll still be doing this, because it's been a theme in my life, to where I find a lot of interest in a lot of things. And, I go into it full bore in the beginning, but it kind of dies out over time. I lose interest in a lot of things quickly, but you know, this was one of the things that kind of stuck around, and it's just weird to think that, I'm still here. But let's travel back in time to the genesis, the birth of the 3R show. I was ending my career in the Marine Corps. You know, a lot of you that I can't even see who's looking at my Facebook right now, but I did see Trevino and a couple of other people on there. So shout outs to y'all. I miss you. I hope y'all doing well and whatnot. So, I mean, this is probably weird for you just listening to the audio version. It is up on the Facebook page. I'm doing it live on Facebook. I'm doing it live on Instagram to one person in the chat room, because like 100 and something people came in to the chat room on Instagram when I was doing a dual video with my homeboy Black Rambo. If you haven't seen this dude, look him up on Instagram at Black Rambo TV. He's the guy that you see in all these videos rapping with all the guns on the ground and whatnot. So yeah, show your support. He's a former service mate of mine, and we deployed together in the first initial phases of freaking after 9/11. So, you know, we run deep. I mean, I had him on the show before. You can go back and listen to the episode. I believe is Trouble Man is the name of that. Mr. Trouble Man is the name of the episode, but he has since then now been dubbed as Black Rambo because the motherfucker got a lot of guns. He got a lot of bang bang shoot 'em ups. But yeah, I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, coming to the end of a 16-year career in the Marine Corps. I didn't know what I was going to do when I got out. And, you know, for those of you of my military brethren that may be listening to me or watching me here on the Facebook, it's fucking scary when it's time to get out. I'm going to just let you know that now, unless you have some set in stone plan or, you know, somebody hooking you up with a job on the outside, it's going to get scary. Let me provide you a little bit tidbit of advice, for those of you who are going to receive disability and a retirement when you do get out. It's not going, like, there's no seamless transition between the two. So you're going to get out, you're going to get your last paycheck from the Marine Corps, and then on the first of the next month, you're not getting a paycheck. So be prepared for that. Also, something to think about, something that you should know is that you rate unemployment. So that's a big help. That what kind of got me through. So as soon as I freaking got out and figured that I rate retirement, I went to my nearest Social Security office and I applied for that shit. Not Social Security, freaking, you know, the place. I can't remember. I'm fucking up. Where you do freaking unemployment. Yeah, unemployment office. There you go. I don't know why I thought it had a special name or some shit like that, but the unemployment office. You can go to that motherfucker. You can do it online. You can do it over the phone, and they'll hook you up with some money every 2 weeks to get you by until that next monthly paycheck come in. Also, for those of you who may be retiring or whatever, before your retirement pay and everything kicks in, you also rate food stamps. You can go get you some food stamps. So, get you some of that. Cause I mean, dog, I'm serious. This shit helped me tremendously trying to get through. Hey, I don't rap. I'm looking at my Instagram right now. Trouble Man, Black Rambo, he was in here. He the one that do the rapping and stuff. I just like I'm the hype man. I just see, look, that's not even good. So I don't do that very well either. But yeah, it was scary. I couldn't figure out, I took like the first, when we moved to Houston and whatever, I took the first job that presented itself to me. And it was like, I was going to be in your freaking, Sam's Club parking lot trying to repair windshields and shit and getting motherfuckers to sign up and do all that other bullshit, which I figured out was like a Ponzi scheme, pyramid scam and shit. So, yeah, I turned that down. And then, my wife, Mrs. B. Rob, in her infinite wisdom told me, she's like, you've been working consecutively for 16 years. You've been on deployments. You've been all over the world and all this other bullshit. It's time for you to rest, just chill out for a while. She was working and I was pretty much a stay at home dad, man. And, starting a podcast, before I left Missouri, it kind of helped pass the time. So I was at home. I got to grow out my luxurious beard and everything. And I really miss it so much. It makes me angry every time I think about it, or I see one of you motherfuckers on Instagram or somewhere like that with your luscious beards. And I'm just looking at you like, son of a bitch, I wish I could have me a luscious beard too, but I can't. So it is what it is. I get paid well not to have a beard. So I guess that's a plus. But I passed the time, man, and I was able to like talk to all these amazing people over the past 3 years. And just that time that I had, not working, I was out of work for like 8 months. And the first 2-3 months was like amazing. I woke up, I got the kids ready for school. As soon as they got on the bus, I went laid back down in the bed, or I sat around and played video games all day. And it was fucking glorious. The beard was just coming in all nice and luscious and thick. There I go thinking about that goddamn beard again. But it was so fun, but I tell you the drawbacks and the downfalls to it. Like I said in the beginning, I do tend to go full bore on things that I like or I'm very interested in. And in the beginning, it was, hard because, I was neglecting a lot of things, my husbandly and, fatherly duties and whatnot. So it became a problem because I was so obsessed with trying to build something, trying to become a thing, in the world of broadcasting and social media and whatnot. I thought that, well, shit, now I do a podcast, I'm automatically famous and shit. I got a Twitter account and all this other bullshit. So I can damn just, talk to anybody and anything, and people's going to throw sponsorship money all from the ceiling and let it rain down on me and shit. I'd be like Scrooge McDuck, be diving through the coins and the change and shit. But, you come to find out that it don't work like that. I mean, there's a chosen few that are able to freaking, transition from just being a regular podcaster into something to where they can build a business upon. And slowly over 3 years, I'm figuring that out, and I'm trying to revise and come up with a strategy to, make this something more than what it is, because I feel like if I can do something with this and, just make it a thing, something that, oh, I heard such and such on Rob's show or something like that, to where, it would benefit my family, cause like I'm here, like, this is my iPhone right now that I'm doing the Facebook thing. Above it is my lights and my camera. I don't think you can see it back there behind me, but there's another camera. I got all this equipment and everything, and I got so many ideas. But, you know, when I go to execute these things, trying to make videos for YouTube and all this other bullshit, it's just like, I'm more in love with the process of doing the things rather than doing the things, if that makes any sense. So I would rather be the guy behind the camera, you know, making the videos, shooting it, and finding the direction for it, and editing and doing the process work of it, rather than being the guy in front of the camera like I am now, weirding myself the fuck out and, you know, being the main focal point or whatever. Because, you know, I got 3 kids, man. All of them smart, talented. The baby always rant and rave about doing a YouTube show, but she can barely sit still for fucking 3 minutes. Shit, barely 2 minutes. Shit, barely a minute, you know, and focus on what she do. I mean, I guess that would be my job, to wrangle her in or whatever. But when you got kids, man, it's like wrangling cats. I mean, I know that's a term that you may have heard in the military, because you get all these junior Marines running around here and everything, and they would just want to do their own thing. It's just like college. They've been under their parents' wing for so long, and they're finally out on their own, and they just want to do whatever the fuck it is they want to do and just be wild and rambunctious and everything. And you be like, come here, kitty. I'm trying to put you all in this box. Hopefully I'm not tying the sack up around the top and throwing your ass in the ocean and watching you drown. But I mean, that's kind of what life is. If you don't take that guidance, that leadership advice, you might as well be tied up in the sack and thrown in the motherfucking river. But I'm all over the place because it's random as fuck, and I'm just having all these different thoughts and things coming back to my head, you know, just reliving the past 3 years of this show. And shout outs, I don't know if because like I said, I gotta get up to look at the other side of the camera, but if you're looking at the live stream, I like to thank freaking Alvarado, Ing, Bumstead, Powell, Wagnon, a lot of y'all that kind of popped in at the very beginning when I just would bring my iPad and my microphone to work and freaking just sit it there on the table and just bullshit with y'all like a normal day, you know. And Alvarado, if you are, you know, looking at the live feed right now, the name of the episode you were looking for earlier is Snow Day. You were talking about you looking for the Snow Day episode, but the name of the motherfucker is Snow Day. Come on, man. Get on your shit. But, yeah, I mean, being an instructor at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri or whatever, you learn about pet words and whatever, and whatnot. And, is like a no. So finding that, you know, I kind of fall in and out of that category or whatnot. I hear it in other people now. So thanks to y'all. Fuck you. When I hear other people talk, I listen for their pet words all the time. And when I listen back to my episodes, I hear all my pet words all the time and I just ignore it. So I'm being a hypocrite. And what's going on over here? Oh, we got Walker the Geek over here on the Instagram. See, I'm doing Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So like, it's a weird thing. Just woo. See, I don't know. I can see this one because it's on my iPad. See, there's only one person in here, but I can't see shit over there. Uh-oh. Got a phone call. What's going on here? Hello, who I got on my line right now?
Oh, this would be Sean Coney, the Uniballer.
Oh, Sean, what's going on, my man?
How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there, dude. Just living the dream.
Good. Hey, congrats on the 3 years, brother.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. I never thought I'd be here right now. And if it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't have met somebody as great as you.
Oh, hey, man, there's no need for that kind of flattery. I'm just some idiot moron that makes dumb shit.
Well, hell, I mean, that's essentially what I've been doing for 3 years.
Well, all right. Well, we can be idiot morons together, then, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Also, I wanted to let you know that my wife thoroughly enjoys your Instagram. She like you when you go on location and take the set pictures and all that stuff. So I thought I'd pass that on to you since I got you live and in the flesh right now.
Oh, nice. Thanks. I'm glad that she enjoys it. I'm doing a nice stoner hunt in April. That'll be my next one.
What? So it's just like all the sites of movies where people got high in it?
Well, you know, just going to a lot of like Cheech and Chong locations,
Oh, yeah.
Pineapple Express, that kind of thing. You know, just classic stoner films.
Okay. So those of you who are watching me on Instagram and Facebook right now, you can't hear none of this, but somehow, some way, I'm going to take all this video and audio and splice it together, probably throw it out on YouTube or something so everybody can hear all the things that have been said. But man, I appreciate you giving me a call, man. I got something for you. It's here in my iPad. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but when I'm done with it, I'm gonna send it to you, and I really feel that you're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, fantastic! I'm sure that I will.
Yeah, you better, motherfucker.
Oh, I will.
I mean, so what's going on? What the day looking like for you? Are you soaking in some of these football games or whatever?
Yeah, man. You know what? I got to tell you, this Chargers Patriots game is just not going the way that 90% of the country wants it to go.
Yeah. So that's why I'm taking this time right now to do a podcast.
Yeah, flip on the score. Well, this is stupid. Let's podcast it up. And then I got to go to work later on tonight, but I think I'll be able to watch the second game as well. So.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that Saints game, and that's my team. That's my bread and butter right now. But we'll see where it goes, man. Hopefully they get that second ring, and I'll be happy, and I can die knowing that the Saints won 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime.
Yeah, no kidding, man. As God, I tell you, I am so sick. Like being a Cowboys fan, I am so sick.
Oh, hold on. I got to hang this call up right now.
I am so sick of this Nick Foles bullshit. The dude can't play for dick in the regular season, the preseason, but he's like, all right, we're in the playoffs. I guess I'll do my job.
I guess so. Man.
Please, God, just knock that smile off of those Philly fans today.
Yeah. I used to be a Cowboys fan when I didn't know any better, so I'm apologizing for that right now. But
I will never not be a Cowboys fan. Same with my Detroit Lions. Those are my teams.
Well, see, this was the thing. I was a young, ignorant fan then, to where like I only knew them to be winning. So I thought like everybody liked the winning team, so I automatically liked them as well. But then I came to grow up and to be a man and take pride in the state that I'm from, which is Louisiana. And I encompass all teams that are Louisiana. So the Saints, the freaking not the Hornets anymore, but the Pelicans, LSU, all those teams are mine. So, whether they shitty as fuck as they have been, they still my team.
Yeah, well, I know about the shitty as fuck thing. I cheered for the Detroit Lions when they didn't win a game.
Detroit Lions, I'm sorry.
Hey, man, that's what it is. When I was watching football as a kid, I really loved the running backs, and Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith were the best ones. So those are my teams for life.
Barry Sanders was a motherfucking man, dog. I would often find myself watching just highlights of this dude freaking running full speed and just stopping on the dime and changing direction, going the other way, and be like, bye, see you later.
The power in his hips is just insane, the way that he can make cuts.
Hell yeah. And I just wish like Bo Jackson didn't get hurt. I'd like to see where his career would have panned out and went, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Motherfucking Bo Jackson. What new records you got lately, dude?
Let's see, what did I get recently? I got the Wayne's World soundtrack on vinyl.
Was it party time?
I got Adam Sandler's second record. It was his first time released on vinyl. So I got that. The Wedding Singer vinyl comes out next month. So I'm looking to pick that up.
What? The Wedding Singer?
Yeah. Gotta keep that Sandler collection going.
Oh yeah.
I got the new Tenacious D album on vinyl, Post Apocalyptico.
Now, is there any expansion to the Sandler's verse, or are you just stopping it where it's at?
Currently on the docket for 2019, I do have Sandler verse 2 written down. I don't know that it will necessarily come out in 2019, as the first one took me 7 months to do.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I do plan to start the process this year.
Word. So you gonna grow everything out again?
Yeah, I've grown pretty upset with myself because I kept nothing from the first one. I didn't keep any notes. I didn't keep anything. So, and I know for a fact that there was stuff that I just didn't put in there because it was like, well, this thing's too long. It's like, this is secondary information. So, I mean, all of that's just gone. I don't remember any of it.
Oh shit.
In fact, I mean, like my brain works really weird.
Oh, I understand weird brains. I understand that.
The second I'm done with something, my brain dumps all the knowledge into the trash can and deletes it. If you were to ask me to explain the Sandlerverse right now, I literally could not do it if my life depended on it. Yeah,
man, and I ran into that, and I run into that all the freaking time. It's just like, I'm not so stuck in old shit, I just want to keep moving forward. I want to go on to the next thing. And, in doing that, a lot of times you forget about a lot of the stuff that you would need later on, but
right.
It's just rolls like that sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I just consume so much media content on the constant that it's the only way that my brain can function. It's like, hey, Sean, what Burt Reynolds movie did you like? It's like, well, I know that there weren't more than 12 out of the 79 that I watched that I enjoyed, but I can't tell you what they were.
Yeah. Now, I'm sitting here right now because, I got two different streams going on. I got a Facebook stream going on, and I got my iPad right here with the freaking goddamn Instagram going. And I'm just realizing right now that I should have been doing the Facebook stream on my motherfucking laptop. That way I can capture all the audio together so they can hear what you saying. So now I'm gonna have to copy this video and motherfucking pull your shit into there and post it later. Yeah, I'm a genius. See, this is that shit that I was talking about. My brain worked weird too. I was just like, hey man, I gotta have a camera here. I can have a camera here. This other bullshit. I was like, yeah, I fucked up.
Hey man, that's living and learning. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's 3 years of experience just flushed down the toilet.
Oh man,
there's no rational thinking at all. I was like, wait a minute. If I did it on my Facebook, I would probably not. And I didn't do it. I just like, fuck.
It's all right.
We figure it out. Shit, I'm gonna see if I can seamlessly transition from one to the other and see what happened. I'll probably fuck it up somehow, but I'm gonna try anyway.
Hey man, you gotta try it.
At least the audio will be intact.
That's true.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you calling, brother. I appreciate everything that you do to try to entertain the world and, expand your knowledge and your know-how and whatnot, and having us along for the journey as you progress in life. I really appreciate everything you do, dude. I really do.
Oh man, I mean that's super kind for you to say, and I'm super glad that I made that ridiculous video and that you saw it and that you reached out to me. I've really enjoyed knowing you, and it's been fantastic getting to hear your voice and to talk to you again today. Yeah, man, we need to get on the wrestling show and talk some wrestlings. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, let me know. I will. I am down to talk some wrestling. Yeah, we're gonna have to hook that up. I'll slide ever so gently into your DMs and we'll hook that up. Hey man, you got to do it gentle. I'm a soft soul. Oh yeah. If you could see me right now, I was rubbing my hands like a villain and shit. Fantastic.
But hey, man, once again, thank you for everything you're doing. I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm going to have to let you go so I can go ahead and wrap this up.
Of course, brother. You have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right, see ya.
Goddamn Sean Coney. Like I said, I apologize if you've been hanging in so long because I can't really see what's going on over there in Facebook land or whatever. Or you 1-2 people here on the freaking Instagram or whatever. But my computer is a piece of shit. So this is my thought process. I was like, well, I can do the Facebook Live here on the camera phone and the Instagram Live here or whatever. I mean, I'm gonna have to sacrifice the audio. I can take both of the videos and put them together, and then I can throw audio on top of it because I've learned that within the past 3 years. But if I did it Facebook Live on my computer, there would be a lot of lag in the audio and all this other stuff, and the video would be kind of sketchy. So I was just like, this would be probably more work trying to work off my laptop and all the fucking video and all this other bullshit that I would have to do. And then since this computer is a piece of shit, it would be hard for me to pull that video from this computer and put it somewhere else and do all the editing that I would have to do anyway. So you get what you get. I mean, those of you who are here for the live experience, I appreciate you being here, but you won't hear the other side of these conversations until whenever I put that shit together. So yeah, we're at, it is now 1:34 or 13:34 for those of you who are still stuck on the military clock. And, I'm going to keep it going for a little bit. I said I was going to do this from, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. So, if anybody wanted to call in, they can go ahead and call in. I don't even know what my goddamn number is off the top of my head. Is 281 something or other. So if you go to my Instagram page and whatnot, you can find that number and give me a call live right now. Yes, if Walker the Geek is still in here, I do need classes. Yes, you are. I appreciate you for hanging in, being the solo dolo person here on my Instagram stream. But I don't even know where I was in my tangent, my random ramblings or whatever, whenever, Sean called in. So yeah, that's, that's what it is. I want to try to get this Facebook joint rolling around up here. Just see what I can do. Oh shit. We got somebody else calling. Who is this? Hello, who this be?
It's Anomaly.
I know it's you because I got caller ID on this motherfucker.
You can't have a 3-year show without me calling in, brother.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you so much. It's Anomaly, everybody. Yay!
Hey, I literally took time out of my workout just to call into the show.
Man, hold up. This is a monumental. This is, whew, this man broke his workout regimen to give the Random Ramblers of Rob a call. Man, he is working right now diligently and, so full of vigor and fire to grow his 20-inch pythons into 22 and a quarter inch pythons so he can just beat Hulk Hogan all together.
My goal is 25 inches.
25 inches? What you going to do with a 25-inch bicep?
I don't know. It's just my goal, dog. I mean, that and to become a Super Saiyan. I mean, it's,
Okay, well, yeah, if you want to be a Super Saiyan, I believe having a 25-inch bicep may help you in your cause, your task.
But yeah, I definitely had to call into the show. This show is meant so much to me, career-wise and friendship-wise. I consider you one of the greatest guys in the world. Man, if it wasn't for your show, man, me and my kids would have never got to move out of the ghetto of Louisville. Seriously, after I did the 3R podcast, my album sales went through the roof digitally. It was amazing, honestly. So, I mean, yeah, I had to call and give my support to 3 years of a great career, and let's see this thing blossom into another 20 years, 25 years, nationwide, Spotify, everything. Let's go nationwide with this shit forever.
Man, I really wish that it would do that. And, and I'm working on it or whatever. It's just that I want this to be a thing to where like, oh man, you heard Anomaly on Rob's show, or you heard such and such on Rob's show. That's all I wanted to be. Cause like, I had a conversation with a young lady, Alicia, a toot, and that's her name. And I giggled when I said it, a toot. And, she is 23 years old and she has already had a 6-year career in broadcasting. And she is fucking killing it. She's verified on Instagram and other social media platforms. She's a freaking interviewer on Impact and damn freaking Defy and all these other independent promotions or whatever. And she's just been doing it her own way since she was fucking 16, dog. And even though I'm 36 now, turning 37, that inspires me, man. And I used to say this all the time, and I told this to her because we recorded not too long ago. The episode will probably be out next week. That I used to tell all the guests that came on this show for a while that, hey, man, this is your show. They come here for the guests. I'm just the guy. This is your show. This is only my show in the sense that I sit behind the boards and I edit and I post it and I pay the monthly fees and all that stuff. So, I was already excluding myself from the conversation. I was just like, well, they not here for me. They here for them. And that's kind of how I treated it. But having that conversation with her and, it kind of changed my perspective on things. And that's just weird in a sense because she's 23 years old, man. And it's just like, you learn from everybody. And, that's what I appreciate about, all this shit, man. It's just like, I wouldn't have thought about it, any other way unless I had that conversation with her. And I wouldn't have had that conversation with her if I wasn't doing this.
I really think you're modest and you're up and coming in pop culture. I mean, you're seriously becoming a household name in the underground podcast.
Whoa! Hold on.
Nation.
Wait a minute. So you saying I'm an underground king?
You're getting there. You're getting there. You're not quite MC yet, but you're getting there. I mean, you're from Texas. I mean, you're getting a name for yourself. I mean,
I choose you, baby.
I mean, you're definitely becoming synonymous with an underground podcast. I mean, you're becoming a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make way for other people, man. And, if it's to get myself over to do that, I mean, that's just what I got to do. Cause I mean, I believe in a lot of y'all, man. You, Sir John Lee, EBD, Bumpy 103, Zyme, goddamn Ralph Nervous, freaking Sabrina Fowler, all the people that I've had on the show musically, even Sanjay over there in India, he's not even doing music in his own language. He's doing music in English. So he's got to learn how to do music in English and, just kind of conquer all that shit, to learn the language and do all that shit, man. So, I mean, all that is inspiring because all y'all are trying to push toward a goal. And I just I sit on the sidelines. I'm like, man, I hope that motherfucker make it. And I say motherfucker in my head, and I did say it out loud, but I don't mean to call y'all motherfucker in a discouraging way.
Come on now. But I mean, look at it in this perspective. You're breaking off into the Wrestling is Trash podcast as well. And I mean, we really, I think me and you definitely, we became like a tag team on that show to where we actually have our own individual personas, and we're becoming well known in the IWC community, the internet wrestling community.
Yeah, because you're angry.
Being, iconic.
Because you're angry.
I speak for the people. Yeah,
I mean, you, as far as like wrestling sides or things or whatever, I have a lot of people I say speak for me internally or whatever, and you speak to my angry side of professional wrestling. So I don't have to say any of that stuff because you say it for me. And then just in the world view and the scope of everything, there's a show called Ice in the Face, and one of the hosts on there is Sarah, and she is just like, when she lets the anger out, I mean, I feel everything that she's saying, and she just kind of puts out into the world the anger that I harbor inside that I'm too afraid to let out.
Oh, that's great. You know what, Rob? I just had to call in and give my support to you for 3 long years and a great career in the future, brother. I got to get back in here and hit these weights.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, much love to the 3R show. Much love to the audience. And, man, you guys rock. Rob, you the man, brother. And I will definitely be in touch.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a whole hell of a lot. And get them 25-inch biceps.
All right, I'm going to work on it now, brother.
Man, I tell you what, I don't say a lot of things like this, but I'm going to try it. And if you ever get to 25 inches on your biceps, and if we hadn't met in person by then, I'm coming to take pictures with your 25-inch biceps.
I'm holding you to that.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you go.
All right, brother.
Clang and bang, brother.
All right, Rob.
Anomaly. Yeah, man. He's slowly turning himself into my co-host on Wrestling Is Trash, which I have no problem with. I mean, that's what the show is for. I just want to talk about professional wrestling. And it's just like all that spawned from this show, the 3R show, man. I started out and I didn't want this to be a wrestling podcast, even though I have so much esteem for professional wrestlers and pro wrestling. But I just wanted, this to be different. And what the different was, I truly didn't know. I just thought it was going to be me and a whole bunch of my military friends just bullshitting about old stories and things that we did in our military career, which, I mean, it could still be that, but since separating from the military, I don't really have a lot of access to them like I would like, I mean, I can probably call any one of them at a whim and, just, chat them up on the phone or whatever the case may be through Facebook or whatever it is. But it's just like, this is different, and I don't know. It's fucking weird. But what the show has become over the past 3 years, I'm very proud of it. I'm going to try to work to make it better as best as I can, because I mean, if you're doing anything, you should always want to try to be better at it, whether it's knitting or something. I don't know why knitting came to my mind. I do want to get a sewing machine and make some shit for whatever reason. It's just this show is just like, it brings all the creativeness out of me. I see things because of this podcast. I meet all these amazing individuals and they inspire me, and it just makes me want to do things with my hands, not in a sexual nature, but although in a sexual nature. And it's fucking fun, man. All this is fun, and once again, shout out to Alicia Atut for bringing that that out of me, bringing me to that realization that, I mean, this is my show. This is my shit. And, if you're here, it is because of me, not just because of the guests. I mean, it has a part to do in it, but I mean, this is my show. This is my shit. This is my thing that I've been doing for 3 years now. And, it's fucking awesome. Giggity. So I got a voicemail. So I'm going to sit here and try to figure out how I'm going to do this. It's on my computer here. And I probably should have queued all this shit up beforehand, but there it is. The random rambles with Rob, motherfucking being random and shit, right? So we're going to cue into Google Voice. And we're going to try to get this voicemail playing. Once again, I'm sorry for all of these thousands and millions of people watching on Facebook Live and Instagram, which, when I say millions and thousands, I mean 1 or 2. So here we are. We got the voicemail here, and I'm going to try to play it, and let's see what we get.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh.
Hey, what up, B? This, Jay, Jay, hashtag Black Out Podcast. You guys, excuse me, I'm trying to drive in this nasty ass weather, but
oh, shit.
Just giving you a call to wish you a happy 3 years of doing this here. I know it's been a crazy journey for you.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure it's been a fun one too, but yeah. On behalf of me and Jared, the hashtag Blackout Podcast, just wanted to call in and say congrats on the 3. Yeah, I told you last year I'd be calling you again this year. So, yeah, be looking for another voicemail next year when you hit that 4. So, yeah, I'll let you later. Blacking up.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's my...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, I played the game.
Hey, what up?
See, that's my incentive for going on for another year. It's just so Jay can send me voicemails. So, I mean, that was Jay, one half of the hashtag Blackout podcast. I appreciate them. I appreciate their show. We might be kinfolk in real life. Like, for real. They got family from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. And we might actually be kin. You know, I probably had to go climb some of these roots and branches on this family tree to dig some shit up and shake it out. But yeah, we might be actually kinfolk. So yeah, 3 years, man. And I'm kind of stalling for time because it's just me just reliving and being nostalgic about this journey. In 2018, I had some good interviews, man. I'm very, very like careful with saying best interviews or favorite interviews and everything because, you know, I love them all. They're my children. They're my babies. And I don't want to particularly put someone over someone else because the show as a whole is awesome to me. And, you know, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like, I don't want to, you know, be like, oh, say this is my favorite episode. And, you know, kind of like saying like the rest of them were not because all of them are. But for me personally, having Michael Jai White on the show was, freaking amazing, man. It was mind blowing, to have, Elijah Burke on, the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, have him on. I mean, I feel like we had a good conversation. Like we actually fucking knew each other and shit. We just kind of gelled. It was a real good interview. And, just the cast of amazing people, which I don't have a list of in front of me, but you can go to randomrobcast.com and, look that up, and you can go to the guest list page and see every single guest that has been on this show from the very beginning, episode 2 and on, because 1, it was just me saying podcast 38,000 times. Matter of fact, just to give you some context and everything or whatever, I'm going to pull up the first episode ever of the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast, and we're going to listen to it together and let you hear the cringeworthy that is me or whatever. Well, you people on Instagram and Facebook won't hear it straight away, but whenever I get this video shit together, you would also hear it. But let me pull this thing up, and we're gonna journey all the way to episode number 1. Man, I'm going through my shit. I got like 5, 6, 7, 8 pages of content, and it's just mind blowing that like I sat here. This is 55 episodes, and majority of all of them have been with someone else, have been with a guest. I know there were a couple here and there, I think in the beginning of the show, to where I said to myself, every 10 episodes will be a progress report of how I felt about podcasting. And I think I stopped doing that around episode 30, or I believe so. I don't know. I could be wrong. You can go back into the archives at randomrobcast.com and try to find those episodes, because I marked them all with like Roman numerals and everything, because I thought I was being unique. But here it is, the very first episode of the Random Rambles with Rob. Let's see if we can get this pulled up and played. What's up, everybody? We're straight into it. This is your boy B Rob, and we are recording a podcast. This is my podcast, and today is the first official launch of the podcast. How many times did I say podcast? Name being Random Ramblings with Rob.
And that's me. I'm Rob.
That's a me, Mario.
The microphone. And it's going through whatever channels that I uploaded this to that I still don't know what I'm uploading this to or how to upload it in the first place. I've just been experimenting with the podcast thing. I've been doing a couple of recordings. I've recorded myself once already. And I've recorded a couple of conversations that me and some of my coworkers have had. And this is a podcast as at its rawest form.
Man, what the fuck was I talking about, man?
Still don't know the direction that I want to go.
I still don't know the direction.
But in a previous recording that I'm going to play for you, it's me kind of tossing around the idea of what I would like this podcast to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wound up being me talking about wrestling the whole time. Now, I love wrestling, which
I do.
You'll hear momentarily. But for the podcast, I didn't necessarily want it to be a wrestling podcast. Because as you'll hear me ramble about, I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts as it is. And
sound like my nose was stuffy as fuck.
So many out there, and there's new one coming out every day. That even though I love wrestling a lot, I should probably do something else.
And I do wrestling is trash now.
A little bit. Whenever I play my first recording, for the first couple of podcasts that I'm gonna do.
What voice am I doing right now?
Best of, even though we haven't even started yet. This is the first official episode, but I have like 1 or 2 recordings, and I'll just record an intro for them. Then I'll just plug it in, and it's almost like a best of.
I said that already. All right, I'm done. I just had to stop. But yeah, man, for those of you on the Instagram right now, the video is about to cut out in like 35 seconds. So I appreciate you, Walker, for hanging in there for however long you did. I know this shit was sideways because I'm on my iPad, so I had to do it like this and everything. So enjoy your last 23 seconds of the Instagram live feed because it's about to cut off. If you're still here on the Facebook, we're still doing the things. I think it's like 2 people on here because I was able to pull it up on the computer over here and see that shit. So, smart brain. But yeah, I don't know, man. I got like 5 minutes left of gabbing. And I'm going to share my Instagram video. I appreciate everybody that popped in, even though you were there for Black Rambo when he tagged in with me. So, yeah. Hey, looking at my Instagram page right now. Got a future guest called, if you go to his Instagram page, it's a Dami Trick. And this dude just does amazing shit with his body. And I'm not talking about it in a sexual tense. But he's a gymnast, man. And if you look at him, he doesn't look like the type of person that is a gymnast. And that's the type of people that I like to highlight on this show. You know, I seen him on Instagram and I was just like, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, shit. Cutting all these crazy flips. And then I was like, that's freaking amazing. So I reached out to him and I was fortunate enough to have him on the show. And that's just how this show is, man. It's just, I see something. And I just wanted to know how the fuck is this possible? And I feel like I have to ask that person in person. So that's how I go about, you know, filling out my guests and everything. And once again, I'd like to apologize for anybody that may have listened to this or on the Facebook or on the Instagram to where my scatterbrain has taken me all over the place. And this is what I do. I randomly ramble and I just say what comes to my head. A lot of it comes from my heart because I really mean it. And I really mean it when I say I appreciate each and every listener, each and every person that has ever helped me with this show in any capacity, to where I've been a guest on your show to promote my show, or you just gave me some tricks and tips to, you know, make my audio better which is probably, my voice probably sound better, but, you know, the ambience in the background or buzzing noises, I'm still working on ways to get rid of all that shit. Eventually I'll be able to pour more money into this and, you know, just make it better. Cause, you know, I feel like, you know, you're going to hear this on another episode. It's just like, I'm a hypocrite because I tell everyone that, no, just do it. Don't wait on your equipment to come in. Don't wait for things to be in a certain, you know, position financially and everything, because there's always a way to do something, just to do it, you know. And I haven't been following my own advice, you know, because like I said, I have all this camera equipment and I say I want to do all these things, but I need more things, or I want more things so I can make it, you know, how I see it in my head, but I'm not just doing it. So I need to take my own advice and just do shit, you know? So once again, you know, 3 years in the can, if I can give any of you any advice, if you feel drawn to something creatively, you know, wherever it be, podcasting, art, freaking music, anything that you feel drawn to creatively, you know, wrestling, whatever it is, man, acting, whatever it is, do that shit, man. Just do it. This ain't a Nike ad. I wish they sponsored me. Then I would be complaining about not having equipment, but just do it. Freaking get that shit out of you, man. Cause like if you leave it pent up inside, it's going to fucking kill you. It's going to leave you with regret. It's going to just leave you in a place to where like, I wish I could have. And, you know, you never know, something may happen to where it'll really physically permit you, you know, you wouldn't be able to do it. So, I mean, if you got it in your mind, if you within your means in your body to do it, just do it, man. If you entertain an idea of starting a podcast, just do a couple recordings. See how you like it. See if you can handle the process of editing, or if you're going to edit, or just recording, or hearing your own voice in the headphones or through the microphone or whatever. Just do it just to see if you like it. You know, you don't have to continue on for 3 years and do it. I mean, just get it out of your system. Just try it, you know, and I've offered it to other people as well. I mean, if you need the help, I'm here for you. You know, I have a website, Random Rap. Yeah, I can't talk. I'm getting all sensitive and emotional and shit. But randomrobcast.com. It's for you. Squarespace. I can't talk. Squarespace allows me the flexibility to publish as many podcasts as I want, whenever I want, how I want. You know, it goes through iTunes and all these other social media places for podcasts, and I can publish it for free. So if you're on the fence about it, come to me. I'll help you out. I'll put your shit on my website. I'll get you an RSS feed and we can get your podcast out there in the world. I'm not doing this by any means to big up randomrobcast.com or whatever, because there's many other free ways that you can get your podcast out there in the world. You can use the Anchor app. You can use the Lemur app, which I highly encourage you to do. You can use a Mixcloud. I believe you can publish podcasts free there. Pod Garden and all kinds of other places to where you can publish your recordings for free or whatever. So, I mean, I'm just another one of that on that list to where you have another avenue to get your shit out there in the world. You know, I'll even open it up beyond that. If you are a writer, if you want to write a blog and you don't want to deal with the hassle of buying a domain name and all the other bullshit, come to me. Hit me up. I'll put you a spot on there. I'll send you your admin rights so you can publish and blog to your heart's content. If you want to freaking, I don't know, publish music, I believe I have that capability on there as well. You don't want to go through all the cap limits of SoundCloud and wherever else to put your music up. I'll find a way to put it up on my shit for you, you know, so you can get your shit out in the world, you know, because that's what I want to do. I've said it on this show, you know, a little while ago. I said it on a future episode that's coming out. I just want to highlight you. You know, you're my guest. I believe in you. You interest me. I believe you have something. And I want everybody else to see and hear that as well. So that's what the Random Ramblings with Rob is about. I finally found my direction. So we have eclipsed the hour mark that I said I was going to record in for this episode. And I'm going to go ahead and wind it down like I always do for all the episodes that I can remember when I started doing the wind down for the show. You can find me on Twitter at It's B-Rob. That's ITSBROB. If you want to talk professional wrestling or any other general shenanigans, that's the place you do it. This show that you're listening to right now, The Random Rounds with Rob, also has its own Twitter. You can follow it at 3R Show. You can follow the show on Instagram as well, where you can watch me walk through the hallowed halls of Walmart and promote my show, promote your talents, and, you know, just trying to make the world a better place. You can also go to randomrobcast.com and you can find anything pertaining to all of this. You can find episodes of Wrestling is Trash. You can find episodes of The Real Robinsons with me and my wife. You can find The Random Rambles with Rob. You can find This Way to That Way by my homeboy who's slacking on his shit right now. I hope he's watching my freaking live stream here. You're slacking on your shit. And he's another one. He had an idea for a podcast. He wanted to try it out. Told him to come on over. I'll publish his shit, and I have. And he has like 5 episodes out in the world right now. And he's just trying it on, seeing how it is. So randomrobcast.com, you can find all those podcasts that I just mentioned, and you can find many different ways that you can help support this show and help it grow. You can buy merchandise from my merch store at wehavemerch.com. You can find the links for that on randomrobcast.com. And you can also support by using my Amazon links. And now you can see my face when I'm saying this. You don't pay anything extra to use my Amazon links. All you do is click on it. It'll take you to the Amazon website and you buy whatever it is you're going to buy. And I get a little kickback from that. You don't have to pay anything extra. I just get kickback from you buying things using my links. Also, I have Amazon links for a free 30-day trial for Amazon Prime. So you can hit that up on randomrobcast.com. Also on randomrobcast.com, you can be a patron to the show. What that is you contribute a small amount of money every month to the show to help with, you know, production costs and other equipment that I'm trying to get to do other things and fix or get rid of and get a new computer instead of using this piece of shit over here. You know, it's over there. So you can contribute as little as $1 a month. I can't go any lower than $1. So that's my baseline. And there's tiers up from $3 to $5 to $10. You know, I appreciate it if you can give, but that's not the point. It's just there in case you want to. The best way that you can support this show and any podcast that you listen to is by liking, subscribing, retweeting, telling a friend, freaking writing a 5-star review. If it's anything under a 5-star review, 4 and below, give that constructive criticism, give that feedback so I and other people can make their shows better, or just give us the chance to ignore you and keep on doing whatever the fuck it is we doing. So, I mean, that's the most effective way that you can help the show. That's the free way that you can help this show. I hope you just help in any way that you can. I appreciate all of the things. So, yeah. Speaking of people that have helped me or whatever, and I'm very appreciative of them, I'd like to give a big shout out to Hooks, Rubs, and Spices for sponsoring the show. You can find them on Etsy.com, and you can get 10% off your order by using the promo code 3R Show. So, yeah, man, 3 years in, 3 years down, however many to go. I hope you're enjoying what you're listening to. I hope you're enjoying the ride, and we'll continue the journey. So, as always, I'll see you next time.